This is the Kloud desk. Today I'm going to show you how to install it. First, you're going to take everything out of the box. Then you're going to put your work surface box down on the ground to work on. You're going to put your work surface face down on top of the box and set your base on top. Next, you're going to want to raise both of these legs into position. The cover comes installed, so you're going to want to push the desk to the back edge of your work surface to get access to the cover to take it off. 2 tabs hook it into the frame on either side, so you're just going to lift up, rotate, and lift it out of position. Next, with both legs still in position, you're going to take your 6mm Allen wrench and your M8 screws and install the screws into the legs on the frame. The first 2 bolts we're going to install are on the side with the tank. You're going to want to push the base off the back of the work surface like this. The first bolt is the trickiest. That's why we supply this longer 6mm Allen wrench to make the job easier. You're going to want to screw the bolt in until it's nice and snug. Then let's do the other side. Same thing with this one. This one's a little bit easier to access. You might need to lift the leg a little bit to find the bolt hole to get the bolt started. With the 2 bolts installed on the tank side, the next step is to install your cover. The cover has 2 tabs on either side that hook into corresponding holes on either side of the frame. You're going to want to get the cover into position, get your tabs into the holes, and rotate. Next, we want to position the frame onto the work surface. You'll want to reference the diagram in the install guide to show you where the frame lines up on the work surface. This is a 30 by 60 inch work surface. I'll give you a quick couple measurements to make sure you're in the right spot. The first hole you want to reference on this 30 by 60 inch work surface is 8.5 inches from the edge and 9 inches from the front edge. And this is the same on both sides. Once you have this first hole lined up, you should be good to install the desk. Now let's install the wood screws. You'll have 10 supplied wood screws that attach the base to the work surface. After your 10 wood screws are installed, you're going to install your Christmas tree pins to the cover. The Christmas tree pins just push into the holes. Next is your end caps. The end caps install the same way. You just line them up, give them a tap, and they go right in. Next is your handle installation. You're going to have 4 pre-drilled holes on the front edge of your work surface. You're going to want to line those up with the holes on your handle and install your screws. Next is your Bowden cord clip. That just clips onto the cable. You'll see a pre-drilled hole somewhere in the front middle edge of the work surface. You want to line that up, take your last small wood screw, and attach the clip. Next, we're going to install the feet. You'll notice on one of the columns, there's a nut on the end of the column to receive your countersunk screw. So you're going to line up the foot on top, take your special countersunk screw that only goes into that nut hole location, then you'll take your other 3 bolts and install them as well. Next, you're going to install the other foot. This side doesn't have a countersunk bolt that you need to use. When installing these, you want to make sure that the longer edge points towards the front of the desk. Next, you're going to install your glides or casters. These install really easily. You're just going to go to the bottom of the feet, find your 2 holes, screw these in until they're nice and snug. There's a lot of thread on here for adjustability, for uneven floors, carpet, stuff like that. With your casters and glides installed, now you need to flip the desk over. It's a heavy desk, so we recommend having a hand from another person to flip it over. Once you have the desk flipped over, then we're going to remove the safety pin. You'll notice the safety pin by this orange tag hanging down on the leg. Sometimes the pin is in there really good and you can't pull it out with just your finger. The trick is to pull on the lever handle, push down on the desk to loosen that pin up, and it should come right out. The best feature of the Kloud counterbalanced desk is that it is weight adjustable. With your onboard adjustment wrench, you have the ability to increase the weight capacity of the desk up to 150 pounds. With your adjustment wrench inserted into the socket, you can increase or decrease the weight capacity. To increase the weight capacity, crank the adjustment wrench clockwise. To decrease, you're going to do the opposite and rotate it counterclockwise.